Now, one of the things that I heard about recently, well, for a while, that people are actually finding quite irritating on YouTube, other than the new content system ID, system content ID, the content ID system, which YouTube installed, which is now broken. Thank you, YouTube. Is also Greg Onision. Now, this problem has actually been going on for a long time, and I've actually seen some of the stuff that he's done, be it through video responses from people such as Mr. Repsion, some guy 827, or Take Shot Action, or through watching some of his videos on his Speaks channel a while ago to find out what all the fuss is about without the interruption of someone talking about it. And I can see where people are coming from when they say they hate him. However, recently I heard about Greg saying that people with British accents aren't as good as him. And let me just put it to you this way. As soon as I heard about this, from a video on some guy 829's channel, he got all of his subscribers to come together, saying all the reasons why they hate Onision, and he put them all in a compilation. And one of the things that was that I actually picked out quite a bit was the fact that Onision hates British people. I am British. Does that mean he has a problem with me? Most likely. Am I going to stand for it? No, I'm not going to stand for it from a narcissistic asshole. Also, other problems that I have with Onision. He actually gave bad advice, and he also made fun of self-harming. Something that I've actually stood up for in in secondary school. I actually went into secondary school one day with some anti-self-harm message written on my wrist, and that was all to raise awareness for self-harming. Me and a group of friends did it, so, well, it was ages ago. But anyway, he also made fun of the events of 9/11, which, even though I'm not American, I can understand as one of the most gut-wrenching and heartbreaking moments in America's short history. And also, I just do not agree with some of the stuff that Onision says. He also claims that everything he does is justified because he does it in the name of comedy. I actually watch several comedians. They know when to draw the line. You don't, Greg. So, basically, do not say it's comedy, because what you're doing is not comedy, it's just downright offensive, and it pisses a lot of people off. Also, I heard recently that I know that you were in the army for a while. I know that you actually left the army a while after you joined. Well, I don't know how long after you joined you left, but still, I know that you were in the army and then you left. And after watching some guy's video, I actually know that it was because you didn't like the idea of shooting a rabbit. So why the fuck do you take it on your hands to put your pet turtle into a plastic bin and leave it out in the sun for 2 hours, killing it? Honestly, I've heard that PETA, an animal rights group, ends up actually doing some of the worst things to animals. But to hear this, it just staggers me. It blows my mind. Anyway, hey, Onision, you're probably not going to watch this because as my channel is not as well known as, say, One Guys or Mr. Repsion's. But if you do end up watching this, I hope that the plague that you are ends. Not just for my sake, but for the sake of everybody that you have caused misery and pain to. That includes your that includes everyone in your fan base that has come to you for advice and you turned them down. And also, I know I'm probably going to be putting salt in an old wound here, but for your ex-wife. Yes, I also watched several videos on that issue. I also know that you had to pay her money that you owed her for making her quit her job to help you with your YouTube channel. Now, as a single man, I do not quite understand it. Hell, I don't even have the luxury of being able to have a girlfriend that I can ask, can you help me with my YouTube channel? I don't. In fact, I haven't been able to upload YouTube videos for a while because I fear that my laptop will go wrong. But whenever I get a chance, I will upload a video. Usually I do game-related ones. Then I created a gaming channel. But this is actually the first rant video I've ever done, and it just shocks me that it has to be on Onision. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me. Especially because of all of the people that have done it before me. And probably all of the people that will do it after me. I do not care if your fanbase goes like an insane asylum on me, just as long as you get your ideas right. You say a lot of things that could be considered good information, good points to live by. Yet you do not take heed of these things when they apply to you. Seriously, this is the second time on this channel that I ended up using profanity in a video. And also, this is actually just taken on my phone. Not exactly what I call the best thing, but still, it has to do. Anyway, so, I just wanted to say, Onision, either grow up or get out. I have seen that there are a lot of people on YouTube who are sick to death of your bullshit. And to be honest, with this whole thing about you hating the British, you being a hypocrite when it comes to animal rights, well, to preservation of animal life, and also all the things that you've done about self-harm, all the shit that you said about self-harming, 9/11 and depression, which I have at least 1 or 2 friends that actually have depression, or have even been depressed at some point in time. So you can understand why the things that you said on those topics pissed me off. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. If you don't know what I'm on about, check out the channels of either Mr. Repsion, Take Shot Action, or Some Guy 827. The videos that they've put up will probably give you more insight. And if you're a fan of Onision, I do not mind you being a fan of him. But just for the love of God, do not defend the things he does. Do not defend all of the indefendable bullshit that he has done throughout the years. Alright, signing off before I get an aneurysm.